I met Michael B. Jordan early on in the development process of Creed 3. I knew he was obviously going to star, and it was really exciting that Michael was going to direct this one. And Michael had really ambitious goals from the beginning. I think that he's a huge anime fan. He's a real cinephile, and he really wanted to try and push the kind of story that you can tell within this franchise. Obviously, it's going to be a huge boxing movie. It's going to be really inspirational. But he also, from the beginning, was talking about trying to bring in these elements of like noir and thriller and a bit of anime into it that was going to make it feel really distinct in his own. So that was really exciting to try and figure out how far you could push the boundaries of what a Creed movie was. We pick up with Adonis after he has decided to retire from boxing. And he is at the pinnacle of his career, he is at the pinnacle of his marriage and his professional life, and he is trying to figure out what that means and what his responsibilities are moving forward. And into that moment of his life, a old friend, this guy Damian Anderson, who's played by Jonathan Majors, gets out of prison and comes back to reconnect with Adonis. And Damian's return brings up a lot of old baggage from these two fighters' life, and that Damian had been a fighter himself and had, in a lot of ways, unlocked that sport for Adonis. And now Damian is ready to reclaim some of the aspects of his career that he thinks have been stolen from him. And it becomes a very complicated story about what Adonis's responsibility towards helping Damian is, towards achieving his goals, and what Damian's ultimate motivations are, whether they're actually to fulfill something for himself or to take some vengeance against Adonis for things that he thinks he's responsible for. And it leads to, a really dramatic, compelling final fight that's, I think, is unlike anything in any other Creed films. Adonis in Creed 3 has really had a very large transformation in his life. That when we met Adonis in Creed 1, he was very much a kid still. He was a young man who was really trying to figure out who he was. His father died in a boxing ring and was not there to raise him, and that has affected every aspect of his life. So in Creed 3, we really tried to focus on what it meant for Adonis to be a father and how that impacted his decisions to leave boxing. So at the beginning of Creed 3, Adonis retires, really with the intention of trying to be part of a family and be a father in the way that his father was never able to be for him.